Denise Richards, a former member of RHOBH, acknowledges that her family was afraid for her Special Forces trip. Not everyone in her life was supportive of her path, even if she joined the Season 3 cast. What, then, were they so afraid of? For further information, continue reading. The family of Denise Richards was afraid about her Special Forces adventure. Denise Richards being on reality TV is not a new concept. From 2008 to 2009, she had her own reality show on E! That chronicled her experiences as a single parent. Denise and her two girls, Sami and Lola, moved in with her father. In Season 9, she joined the RHOBH cast and had a laid-back first year. She talked about what it was like to raise a child with special needs, and her wedding to Aaron Pfeiffer's was even videotaped. She also talked candidly about her past relationship with Charlie Sheen and being a working mother. Her spouse then became much more controlling in Season 10, and she had to monitor what she said. Denise seemed to censor herself, but it later came to light that she was acquainted with Brandi Glanville. That turned into a major plot point and caused her to leave. Since then, she has made a few appearances, but they weren't the best because she was criticized for being drunk. She is currently a member of the new cast of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, and has a new reality series scheduled for 2025. Her family apparently wasn't overjoyed when she joined the show, though. People claims that Denise Richards' three daughters, Sami, 20, Lola, 19, and Alois, 13, were upset that she was on the show and attempted to dissuade her from taking part. She obviously disregarded their advice and acted as she pleased. Nevertheless, considering that Denise lacks athletic ability and is unaware of her potential opponents, it was crucial that she try. All set to rumble, fans of Special Forces are anticipating Season 3 and are eager to see what Denise Richards will contribute. Denise is accompanied by sportsmen and Bachelorette stars. When Trista Sutter disappeared to appear on the show, her marriage was even called into doubt. But when they put themselves to the ultimate test, it will all be worthwhile. Hopefully, Denise's daughters grow up to be proud of their mother and learn from her. Do you think Denise will survive to the end of Special Forces? Are you looking forward to seeing her? When it debuts on Netflix on January 8th, let us know and be sure to watch. When Denise Richards agreed to join the grueling reality series Special Forces, World's Toughest Test, she thought it would be the ultimate way to prove her strength, resilience, and independence. But for her family, it wasn't just a career move, it was a terrifying leap into the unknown. While the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum is no stranger to drama, conflict, or cameras, nothing could prepare her for the level of physical and emotional torment awaiting her on Special Forces. The show, which puts celebrities through real military-style training and harrowing challenges, was designed to break even the toughest competitors. And as it turns out, the people most affected weren't just the contestants, but the loved ones watching helplessly from the sidelines. A family on edge. From the moment Denise signed on for the second season, those closest to her were filled with dread. Her daughters, Sami, 20, Lola, 18, and Alois, 12, begged her to reconsider. She's always been strong, a family friend revealed, but this was something else entirely. Her girls were genuinely scared she'd get seriously hurt. Her husband, Aaron Pfeiffer's, was reportedly deeply unsettled by the decision. A wellness practitioner and protective partner, Aaron feared not only the physical toll but the emotional warfare Denise might endure. Denise isn't just a celebrity, said a source close to the couple. She's a mom, a wife. Aaron kept saying, "What happens if she breaks a bone? Or worse, what happens if this brings up old trauma?" Pushing through pain. From the very first challenge, a brutal dive into freezing waters, Denise proved she wasn't there to play a role. She was in it for real. Producers and instructors were stunned at her determination, especially given her glamorous public persona. People thought she'd quit on day one, an on-set insider confessed. But Denise kept pushing. She didn't cry. She didn't complain. She just fought. But her strength came at a cost. In confessionals, viewers watched her struggle to keep her composure. At one point, she admitted, "I miss my kids so much I can barely breathe. But I have to keep going, for them." The producers leaned into that vulnerability, capturing tearful nighttime reflections and isolated shots of Denise curled up in her bunk, whispering to photos of her daughters tucked into her pillowcase. She was hurting, the insider confirmed. Her body was bruised. Her hands were blistered. But it was the emotional pain that got her. The breaking point. Things took a frightening turn mid-season when Denise suffered a medical scare following a high-altitude challenge. After enduring hours of oxygen-deprived hiking, she collapsed to her knees, pale and trembling. Everyone froze. One cast member later shared, "We didn't know if she was going to pass out or something worse." Medics rushed in as Denise gasped for breath, her pulse erratic. Though she eventually recovered, the moment sent shockwaves through her family back home. "They saw it on the preview before she could even call," said a close friend. Her daughters were hysterical. Aaron was pacing the house. It was their worst fear come to life. After the episode aired, Denise posted a heartfelt message to her family on Instagram, writing, "I pushed past my limits. I found strength I didn't know I had. But watching my family worry broke my heart more than anything else." Aaron's confrontation. Behind the scenes, Aaron reportedly confronted producers about the physical demands placed on the celebrities, especially Denise. He was livid, an insider revealed. He called it reckless and inhumane. He said they exploited her bravery for ratings. Aaron even flew out to the location in secret, hoping to convince Denise to walk away from the show before it pushed her too far, but she refused. She told him, "I need to finish what I started." That's who Denise is. She's not a quitter, said a close friend of the couple. A family reunited. When Denise finally made it home, her daughters ran to her at the airport in tears. Sammy reportedly refused to let go for a full 5 minutes. "You're never doing anything like that again," she told her mom. Even little Eloise, who doesn't fully understand the show's brutality, knew something had changed. "Mama's different," she whispered, according to Denise. "I am different," Denise later said in an interview. "I feel stronger, but I also feel softer. I know now how much my family really fears losing me, and how far I'd go to protect them too." Mixed reviews and praise. Critics were quick to applaud Denise's performance on Special Forces, calling her one of the most surprising contestants of the season. Fans flooded her Instagram with admiration. One fan wrote, "You proved you're more than a Hollywood star. You're a warrior. Your daughters must be so proud." But others questioned whether it was all worth it. "Seeing your kids cry on national TV while you collapse from exhaustion isn't empowering," one critic posted. "It's heartbreaking." Moving forward, Denise has since taken time off to focus on healing, both physically and emotionally. She's returned to her wellness routine, spending quiet mornings in meditation, hiking with Aaron, and planning more family-centered projects. In a recent podcast appearance, she said, "This experience showed me my limits. And it also showed me the unshakable love I have around me. I don't need to prove anything anymore. My family already knows who I am." As for her daughters, they still joke that I'm banned from anything involving chemo or mud ever again, Denise laughed. "But deep down, I think they're proud, and maybe just a little scared I might sign up for something wild again." But for now, the only mission Denise Richards is taking on is Operation Mom, and her family couldn't be more relieved.